Okay, a little quick follow-up. I did a couple things. I did find, so I'll call this part 2 of the tailstock rehab, or whatever you want to call it, but as you can see, I was successful in drilling and tapping for these number 6 metric screws here, and the little set screws, and they're just finger tight right now, but I think that's going to be a nice addition, because I'll show you here, there is no slop in this thing now, and I'll be able to, I think what I'll do is just leave them just finger tight like that, just to take up the slack, and I'll go ahead and repeat the mounting the tailstock, adjusting it, aligning it as good as I can, and then I'll start snugging things up and double check it after that. A couple of other things I looked around, I said I had no shim stock, and then when I was getting ready to use the little mill, I found I had bought some shim stock from my favorite hardware store, Bobby's Hobby House. $4 for this little pack of brass shim stock. The thickest piece is only 5/1000ths, and as you can see, I pulled that out and I just cut off a little slice of it just using scissors, and the little brass shim stock is right in here. You can kind of hear it flicking with my fingernail. So that doesn't take up all the slack, but I wanted to leave a little bit of room for adjustment just in case this thing's not machined perfectly, and at least the brass will absorb some of the force from the end of those screws. Yeah, I don't know if you can see the brass in there or not, probably not. Anyway, so that's where we are right now, and I'm pretty pleased with the way that came out. The little mini mill did well. I was very glad that, let me pan over here again, sorry for the erratic camera work, but I was glad I had these ER collets to use the drill and the centering drill for the mini mill. It worked well, and I had just enough height. I had, as you could see in the earlier video, I had an inch or so of clearance. It was just enough to get the job done. So pleased, you know, it was nice to get a little fundamental thing done like that tonight. And sorry, come back here. So tomorrow night I'll plan on remounting the tailstock on the lathe and do the alignment. A couple things while I had it apart, I did clean off the screw that went in there. That's why the oil can is here. I put some Vectra 2 nice oil on it, and also added another washer here, so when it's tightened up the handle is backwards. Before, the orientation was all goofy, and when you had it as tight as it could go, the handle was right here, so that's a little silly. So very pleased. It's smoother now that I cleaned off some of the grease and put oil on the screw, and hopefully it'll be an accurate job. I'll share with you later. I do have a small project, a live steam project that I want to work on up here, and you can see some of the parts for it in the background, but I'll get to those later. It's a little 3.5-inch locomotive, so we'll save that for another time. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this. Bye.